What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ben from JBM Sports Media, and we just wrapped up a phenomenal UFC 324 card. Wow. I mean, that was an incredible way to start off the Paramount Plus UFC era right here. We're going to get into the main card only. I will say this, though. I will say this, obviously, before we get into it. If you guys want me to go over the prelim fights on a YouTube short, IG reel, TikTok as well, I'll put it on JBM Sports Media on YouTube short. I could go over all the prelim fights. I watch every fight. As of right now, we're just going to go over the main card in this video, just to kind of shorten it out. And I was absolutely thrilled with this card. I mean, and not to mention, real quick, before we get into the John Silva victory real quick, look, Paramount Plus for its debut for UFC in Paramount Plus, I thought they did an absolutely exceptional job. No buffers. I mean, I'm not trying to call out other streaming platforms, but when it comes to like live sporting events, Paramount did absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I promise you, I'm not getting paid by them to say this as well. I wish I did. Paramount, hit your boys up at JBM, but just wanted to give a major shout out to their first ever UFC event going absolutely smooth. But let's get into the fight card. Gene Silva defeating Arnold Allen by unanimous decision. Look, I don't think there was any doubt. Like I said, if you guys saw my prediction video, I'm Gene Silva's #1 glazer. I think this guy is going to fight for the championship fairly soon. I think he's going to have a great 2026. I'll say it like that. I'm not trying to, go that much into, full Gene Silva #1 fan territory, but I am. To be quite frank, I am Gene Silva's #1 fan. And I got a little bit scared. He started off this fight a little bit conservative. For sure, I would have Arnold Allen winning the first round. But in round 2 and round 3, Gene Silva showed, obviously, one, he's stronger. He took control of the fight, stayed composed. He picked his shots in this fight. Very, very composed, like I said. Very smooth as well. I was super impressed how he did in round 3. I think he completely took it over. If there was a round 4, I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 he would have got Arnold Allen out of there. Incredible win by Gene Silva. And now he moves on. Does he get a title shot right away, or does he fight one more time? I don't know. Obviously, we have the Diego Lopez versus Volkanovski fight next week. UFC 325 is next week on the 31st in Sydney, Australia. Bro, we're getting blessed with such amazing fight cards. It's crazy, but we needed it. We need it because UFC was gone for too long. Incredible win by Gene Silva, though. I went 4 for 5 on this card, and the fight that I got wrong was the fight that I for sure thought I was going to get right. That just shows how crazy this fight game is. Regardless, congratulations to Gene Silva on an incredible victory. Starting his 2026 off, but I'm going to say bouncing back into the W column. So we'll keep it going right here. Before we get into the Natalia Silva fight, this is a fight I thought that Natalia Silva was going to, we'll get into it. This is a fight I thought she was going to absolutely dominate. I was wrong. There's an argument, and I'm showing the 29-28 because she won't be a unanimous decision, which that was my prediction. But if I could be real, when when Buffer was announcing the way that the judges had this fight, I gotta be real. I thought Rose won this. Fight. There's an argument to be made that Rose won this fight 29-28. I thought she won round 1. I thought she won round 2. I thought Natalia Silva did an absolutely great job in round 3, but I thought it was kind of a little bit too late. I'm not saying the judges were kind of persuaded by her round 3 performance, right? But I do believe that Rose low-key won this fight. Call me crazy. If I am wrong, obviously the judges think otherwise, but I had Rose winning this fight, watching it. I might have to rewatch it, go back, on the tape and everything like that. I thought Rose won this fight in real time. But congratulations to Natalia Silva. This is obviously a big victory for her career. Obviously, she was getting emotional in her post-match interview. Big win for her career. Like I said, is this a new era for UFC? I think obviously we're heading into that trajectory right here. No matter what, Rose, I think she did pretty good until obviously round 3 where Natalia Silva took over. So if you tell me Rose won this fight, I would actually agree with you. Let's move on. Let me pull up this one real quick and remove that. Let's move on to a fight that kind of disappointed me in a way, chat. I'll be honest. It kind of disappointed me. Waldo Cortez Acosta did win, and I got this prediction straight on. I think I did have it round 2 TKO. I have to go back to the prediction video, but I think I got it straight on. He defeated Derek Lewis. I knew this fight, and I told you guys, if you guys were going to bet, obviously bet responsibly and everything like that. I did have this fight not going the distance. No matter what, somebody was getting knocked out. And as Derek Lewis was going through round one, I saw him gassing out little by little by little. And towards the end of the fight, obviously, I feel like Waldo caught him with a jab or something. Derek kind of tripped. And once he was on the ground, Waldo just started straight up ground and pound, ground and pound, ground and pound. And at that point, I thought to myself, like, there is no way. There is no way that Derek Lewis is just going to give up right here. I thought he was going to try to do something. I was wrong. He absolutely gave up. He absolutely gave up. And fair enough. Maybe he was gassed. I don't know. Maybe he tweaked his ankle once he got hit with that jab and fell. Maybe he just didn't want to get back up. Regardless, a big victory for Waldo's career. I'm actually very excited to see where he goes next. I'm pretty sure he's going to get one more fight. I think he was ranked number 5 in the heavyweight division. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I think he's going to get one more fight. And then if he wins that fight, we maybe might see him compete for the heavyweight championship, which would be very, very interesting. Yeah, great win by Waldo tonight. And that's one I got straight on the book. Straight on the book. Got that correct. And kind of two props in one. The fight not going the distance, and Waldo round 2 TKO. So pat on the back to myself. We're going to get into the fights right now, the co-main event and the main event. One where I got right and one where I got severely wrong. But regardless, let's get into the co-main event. Sean O'Malley back in the W column. Much needed victory. If there was one thing I wanted you guys to take away from my video, the prediction video, was that Sean O'Malley needed this win. He needed this win super bad. If he didn't get a win right here and somehow lost to Song Yadong, and that would have been a 3-fight losing streak, I really don't know where he goes at that point or who he fights. Obviously, I know he would probably keep fighting, but that would just be 3 L's that are just very tough in that division. But now he picked up a good win, and I saw a lot of people on Twitter and also IG comments saying that they actually had Song Yadong winning this fight 29-28. I beg to differ. I had Sean O'Malley winning this fight 29-28. I think the judges got it absolutely right with this one. I think he did really good with his leg kicks in this fight. Another fight where his reach played a phenomenal advantage for him. He was using well with the jab as well. I mean, you saw that knee that hit Song Yadong. Gave me the instant throwback nostalgia to the Cheeto Vera fight where that knee clipped Cheeto Vera. All you heard was that sound of like bone crushing. Bro, something about that knee. It's going to get somebody one of these days. It didn't get Song Yadong, and to be fair, it didn't get Cheeto Vera, but it's going to get one of these fighters these days. He's going to win by knockout with that knee one of these days. Regardless, great victory by Sean O'Malley right here. I think he absolutely needed this win. Does he now fight for the championship, or does he maybe take one more fight before he gets that opportunity again? My personal opinion, I think he needs to take one more fight before he's able to fight for the championship. Either if it's Petr Yan, I would love to. But you know what? Maybe the UFC does push for a Petr Yan Sean O'Malley too. Just thinking about that as I'm recording, I think that might be very realistic. Because I don't know if they're going to give Merab the rematch right off the bat. Could be wrong. They could. They absolutely could. But, nah. I think the UFC might push for Sean O'Malley, Petr Yan for the championship. Number 2, because obviously a lot of people thought that Petr Yan won that first one. Obviously, Sean actually won it, but I thought I had Sean winning that first one against Petr Yan. I think I was in the minority of people when it came to like actual people that thought that Sean O'Malley won that first one against Petr Yan. And I think he would win it again. I'm calling it right now. It's the Sugar Show, baby, in 2026. Awesome post-game moment when his daughter came. I think that was the first fight his daughter's ever seen him live. Yo, incredible. Sean O'Malley, congratulations, my guy, getting back into the W column in 2026. Rightfully deserved. I had him winning this fight by unanimous decision. And guess what? He won it by unanimous decision right on the bat. All right, let's keep it going, chat. Main event time. Justin Gaethje defeats Paddy the Baddy Pimblett via unanimous decision to become the new interim lightweight champion. Potentially, which most likely setting up the fight between Gaethje and Ilia Topuria. May, June-ish, July, possibly, depending when Ilia obviously gets everything resolved with his family issues. But talking about this fight, man, I feel like every single time Justin Gaethje had Paddy Pimblett against the cage and was striking him with those big shots, it looked like Paddy was a deer and headlights, bro. It looked like he was just so lost and didn't know how to handle Justin Gaethje's power. On the contrary, Justin Gaethje was handling Paddy Pimblett's power fairly well. To an extent, when DC and Joe Rogan were talking about it, I kind of agreed. It looked like Gaethje didn't respect what was coming back to him by Pimblett. And I think Paddy noticed that towards the end of round 2. Yes, he did have a phenomenal round 3, where he obviously won that round. And towards the end of round 5, he did kind of, it was do or die at that point. So take that with a grain of salt. But Gaethje in round 1, round 2, and round 4, I felt like he was just dominating this guy. I thought Paddy the Baddy was going to do a little bit better on the ground, and Gaethje was doing better on the ground. Mind boggled at that point. Gaethje absolutely deserved to win this one. And I'm not a Justin Gaethje hater, but I obviously had my criticisms of him coming into this fight, just saying I don't know how he's going to do versus a younger Paddy Pimblett, but experience mattered. Experience mattered big time in this one. And congratulations to Justin Gaethje. And most likely we're going to see a Justin Gaethje versus Ilia Topuria fight. I would think in June. I think it would happen in June. Would it be in the White House card? There's potential for that. There's big time potential for that. I mean, Justin Gaethje's American. I think there is big time potential for a Gaethje Topuria fight in the White House card. Let me know. What would y'all think about that? Would that be a W fight on the White House card? I think it would. I honestly think that would be a W fight on the White House card. Excuse my stutters right there, guys. It's just late at night. I'm tired. I'm absolutely gassed from a phenomenal UFC 324. And like I said, we have UFC back next Saturday, the 31st, UFC 325. Volkanovski, Diego Lopez 2, baby. Obviously, I want to know your guys' opinions on all the fights that went down, even if you want to comment on the prelim fights, the Umar victory, whatever fights you guys want to comment on. Let me know in the comment section. I'll read through all of them. And if you guys do want me to go over the prelim fights, also leave it down in the comment section. I'll do a separate YouTube short, IG reel talking about the prelim fights because, like I said, I watched the whole card from start to finish. Incredible debut for UFC on Paramount, like I said. Props to the UFC. This new era seems to be starting off with the absolute bang. And I'm excited for next week. I'm excited for the weeks to come. I'm excited for the White House card this year. I feel like we're going to have an absolute phenomenal year for the UFC. So bless up. As always, guys, make sure to comment. Make sure to let me know what you guys think about these fights, but just in general. Make sure to subscribe to JBM Sports Media here on YouTube. Make sure to follow us on TikTok and IG at JBM Sports Media. Until then, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.